I'm Jimmy. I'm the host. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us as we barrel into the end of the first month of 2021. It occurred to me that hindsight really is 2020 for the first time in human history. Isn't that something, Guillermo?
Yes, Jimmy, yes.
How are you doing? How are you feeling today?
I'm a little bit tired.
Yeah. It was Guillermo's 50th birthday last night. He killed 3/4 of a bottle of Don Julio at work. At work, that's what he had. Did you have more at home?
No, Jimmy.
What happened when you went home?
Well, when I got home, they were waiting for me. We cut the cake, and then they
No food, no dinner?
No food.
Went right to cake.
Yeah, I couldn't eat anymore.
And did you and your wife make love, or did you fall asleep?
Jimmy, I fell asleep. I couldn't perform. I say, you know what?
I
gotta save it for tomorrow.
I predicted that was going to happen.
Tonight.
You know, yeah, give me an update. Call me tomorrow. Let me know how it went.
I'll FaceTime with you.
There is snow on the ground across much of the country, just in case you haven't seen everyone you know posting that on Instagram. There's even been snow in places where it almost never happens. There was snow in Vegas, Phoenix, and Palm Springs. Whenever I hear it snowing in Vegas, my first thought is, wow, Chris Angel has done it again. And in North Carolina, not only do they have snow on the ground, they have aliens in the sky, or something like that. This was seen just outside of Charlotte, a mysterious string of blue lights, UFO or UFOs. No one seems to know what it was. We may have to lure Mike Pence out of retirement to bring in the Space Force here. I love UFO sightings. I know they're almost always nothing, but they excite. It's also a good way to find out when a state finally legalized weed. Here's another unexplained phenomenon. This was posted to Reddit with the title, Porch Pirate Explains His Job. It's a video of a man who appears to be in the act of taking a package. And this guy, I've seen some smooth criminals in my life, but this one has what I believe they call a silver tongue.
I was just coming. I'm with UPS. I'm with UPS. I was gonna go to your neighbors. We go around every place and make sure that if you're not home, we'll pick your neighbors or whatever. I'm an auditor for UPS. Swear to God.
I swear to God. All the real UPS guys say swear to God when they go around every place to make sure if you're not home. I watch that video like 25 times today. And as unlikely as it might sound, we looked it up. It turns out this package audit service is a real UPS thing.
At the United Parcel Service, our auditors are working hard for you. They were just with UPS. They're with UPS. They were gonna wish your neighbors. They go around every to make sure that you're not home. They'll take your neighbors or whatever because they're an auditor for UPS. Swear to God.
I'm an auditor for UPS. Swear to God.
UPS auditors, we're totally legit. Please don't tase us.
You know, it's hard to be a porch pirate nowadays. Everyone's at home. People are hunkered down. People are smoking again. Cigarette sales were plummeting before the pandemic. Over the past year, people are back up and puffing. Of course they are. You give us this much time to rewatch Mad Men, what do you expect is going to happen? The only thing more dangerous than smoking during a pandemic is, it turns out, singing. Singing is, and this is interesting, researchers in Japan have discovered that singing in certain languages spreads COVID faster than others. One of the most dangerous languages to sing in is German, which of course it is. You ever heard a German lullaby? It sounds like you're calling it a bomb threat. Guten Abend und gute Nacht. Remember that song 99 Luft Balloons by Nena? Everyone who handled one of those balloons is dead now. People are depressed. Doctors say the pandemic is causing a surge of seasonal affective disorder, which is the tendency for people to feel more depressed during wintertime. I don't know, maybe that's happening because it's wintertime. You know, it is wintertime. My new pandemic ritual, And I encourage you to try this at home. Every morning, I come downstairs, I open the spice cabinet, I unscrew a jar of nutmeg, and I just breathe it in. And that's why I'm so delightful all the time. This morning, my wife and I had an argument, and it's an argument we've had before. She believes that if there was a fire and I was unconscious, she could pick me up and carry me out of the house. And I know that she wouldn't be able to do that because I weigh like 60 more pounds than she does. But she thinks the adrenaline would kick in. She'd turn her into the Hulk or something. So this morning I finally said, like, all right, let's try it. And so I laid limp on the bed, like Guillermo. I'm limp on the bed. And I let her, like, pick me up. We basically had a fire drill. She's on top of me, grunting and straining and trying to save my life. So finally, she gets me off the bed and onto the ground, dumps me on the ground, and then drags me by my pant legs across the wood floor while I pretended to be out cold. This was at 9 o'clock this morning. This is what we did. Anyway, where were we? Oh, the monologue. Yes. Okay. One of the benefits of a new administration is that we now have room to shine a light on some of the other buffoons in Washington, men like Senator Lindsey Graham, who, during an appearance on the Laura Ingraham show last night, seemed to get caught with his finger in the boogie jar.
Here now, Senator Lindsey Graham, who's the Senate Judiciary Committee chairman.
Let's just take one more look at that. Yeah, that's it. He wasn't picking his nose. He was just in there searching for election fraud. This is interesting. I am actually surprised by this. More than 30,000 Republican voters changed their registration since January 6th, the Capitol riots. They actively exited the party, which makes sense, but the unsettling thing is, did they leave because it's getting too crazy or because it's not crazy enough? I don't know. It's weird that this was the straw that broke the camel's back after 4 years of President Ronald McFondle, but it was. 2021 hasn't been a great year for Donald Trump so far. This is the lobby of the Trump Hotel in D.C. It was shot yesterday. It's totally vacant. It's like a stroll through Eric's head. And there's just, I mean, there are no customers in the hotel. Oh, my goodness. Except those two sweet little girls. Old Donald Trump has been very quiet since Twitter said go away. Today, Congressman Kevin McCarthy made a visit to what appears to be Saddam Hussein's whorehouse. Oh, no, wait. That's Mar-a-Lago, Trump's tastefully decorated home. This Kevin McCarthy is he might be the worst McCarthy ever. He got on Trump's bad side for telling the truth about the insurrection. He said the president deserved some of the blame. And the minute Donnie got mad, he changed he did a complete 180. I didn't say he deserved, I said he deserves a plane, not the blame. They are so scared of Trump. Why, I don't know. Trump's frat beagle, Matt Gaetz, this character who's a congressman from Florida, he went all the way to Wyoming today to lead a rally against Liz Cheney. He was one of the few Republican senators who stood up to Trump. And he brought some serious firepower with him, a live speakerphone message from son number one, none other than DJ TJ himself.
How about a word for Donald Trump Jr.? John, what do you have to share with the people of Wyoming?
What's going on, guys? So, Wyoming, it seems like based on the numbers that Matt just talked about, it seems like Liz Cheney's favorables there are only slightly worse than her father's shooting skills.
Good one, Junior. Go take a victory lap around the couch. Dick Cheney would eat you like a ballpark Frank. There's a lot of infighting going on the right side of the aisle. The chair of the RNC, Ronna McDaniel, said Republicans have to stop attacking each other and get back to attacking our democracy. She also tried to distance the party from QAnon. She said it's beyond fringe and dangerous. QAnon is so dangerous, in fact, Republicans in the House just put their screwiest, Q-iest member on the Education and Labor Committee. That is Marjorie Taylor Green from Georgia. If you don't know who this person is, I wish I didn't, too. She is the lady who, among other things, she called for Nancy Pelosi's execution. She called for Joe Biden's impeachment on his first day in office. And she believes our former governor here in California, Jerry Brown, used space lasers to set the wildfires here. She saw the Austin Powers movie and thought it was a documentary, I guess. Marjorie also called some of the terrible school shootings false flag operations, meaning the perpetrators weren't who we think they were. And here she is, stalking and harassing a child not long after he watched his friends get slaughtered in school.
You know, if school zones were protected with security guards with guns, there would be no mass shootings at schools. Do you know that? The best way to stop a bad guy with a gun is with a good guy with a gun. But yet you're attacking our Second Amendment. And you have nothing to say. No words. Tell him walking. He's got nothing to say. Sad. I'm a gun owner. I'm an American citizen. And I have nothing, but this guy with his George Soros funding and his major liberal funding has got everything. I want you to think about that. That's where we are. And he's a coward. Yeah. The coward she was yelling out there is a teenager named David Hogg. He's an activist. She referred to him online as Little Hitler. I wonder how it will go over with the Fox News and Ted Cruz crew if Nancy Pelosi called for Marjorie Taylor Green to be executed and called a teenage kid Hitler. You think they'd have anything to say? Well, it was the other way around. And guess what? Most of them have nothing to say. Instead, they assigned her to the Education Committee, hoping, I guess, she would get one? I don't know. There are a lot of MAGA Looney Tunes out there. Some of them aren't even out there. Some of them managed to get jobs in the Biden administration.
The addition of a sign language interpreter to the White House press briefings was hailed as groundbreaking. But the choice of interpreter has many people scratching their heads today.
Today's interpreter, Heather, is joining us virtually.
Turns out Heather Mishaw is a big-time Trump supporter.
I like that. I like that she has to say whatever Joe Biden says. Like they've created a special little corner of hell for her. Have you been following this story about GameStop and the stock market? Okay, GameStop, if you don't know, it's a video game store, and like a lot of businesses, they've been struggling because of COVID, but also because most people buy games online now. And yet, despite a sharp decline in sales, over the past 6 months, their stock price has grown by 8,000% because a bunch of amateur investors, maybe even some Russian disruptors who are part of a Reddit community called Wall Street Bets, decided to buy a bunch of GameStop stock and drive the price up and screw over the hedge fund guys who had shorted the stock. Now the hedge fund guys are upset and they're pushing for an investigation. They're like, we can't have a bunch of randos from Reddit manipulating the market. That's what we do. They're stealing our thing. It's very confusing, but I think I came up with a good analogy. It's basically like one of those high school movies where all the popular football players bet that the weird girl at school will never become prom queen, and then the nerds find out and they use their computers to make the weird girl prom queen, and then the jocks have to pay up, and then the girl uses her psychic powers to kill everyone except Freddie Prinze Jr. I don't know, something like that. I said it was confusing. For most people it is. So we got in touch with an expert to explain this to us, and we were able to find someone who knows a lot about money and video games, and he's joining us now from...
Buonasera, Ginny, buonasera!
Oh, look at this. Buonasera to you, Mario. By the way, Mario, what is your last name?
It's a Lopez.
It's like Mario Lopez?
Yes, that's why I don't use a last name.
Okay, I see. All right. Now, Mario, can you please explain this GameStop, Reddit, stock market deal?
Of course. No, it's like this, okay? You have a coin, yes?
Yeah.
And you say, hey, I like this coin. I want more coin. So
yeah.
What do? Allora, you jump up and you get the coin. Now you got 2 coins, huh? And then you say, hey, I like these coins. Maybe get a whole lot of coins. I keep it jumping. I get more coins. Maybe you get a hidden coin, huh?
Yeah.
Mamma mia, look at all of these coins.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really clearing it up for me. Hey, but is it still okay to do an Italian stereotype? Is this, it's kind of insulting, no?
Insulting? Insulting? No, I'm no insulting. Hey, you want to insulting? You talking to my brother Luigi. He's a filthy. Hey, you know how Italia is a shaped like the Buddha?
Yeah.
Luigi, he's the dog poop the Buddha stepped on.
Well, that seems very offensive, Mario.
My dinner, she's finished.
Oh, okay.
Bellissima.
Oh, that looks very good. What are you having?
Is tagliatelle con I funghi. Mushroom pasta. I love mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. You got to be careful.
Oh, no, I forget the mushrooms. They make me grow big.
Oh, no.
Like Kong. I'm starting to grow. My head.
Yeah, you are getting big, yeah.
My pasta's tiny now.
Oh, no. Okay, thank
Jimmy,
you.
buy a blockbuster at 5 coins.
Okay,
Trust me.
all right, thank you, Mario. All right, thank you. All right, so there you go. Don't listen to Lehman Brothers or Mario Brothers. Thanks for watching, and remember, every time you click the subscribe button, one of your enemies gets destroyed.